All right. I believe we are live. Uh, let's see. Uh, Hold on. I just got a text. Gonna start here in just a second. Sorry for being late today. Had all kinds of stuff to do. All right. Who else do we got in here? Faded Joe and Fuzzy. What's up, y'all? All right. Let me throw on some music and we'll get started here with Comment Show. Sorry for being late. Normally not this late, but I had some things to do in the early morn. Stuff like that. Brenda, welcome. Nice to have you here. Kimberly, Faded Joe, Fuzzy. Let's get started with some Sanford while I get ready. All right, welcome everybody to the MLH Comment Show, the only one I know of its kind. I know that's a bold claim with millions and millions of channels. I know people do comment shows, but not like this. Welcome on in, Nunya, KT Pita. Nice to have you all here. Brenda, Queen Gangster, Granny, Fuzzy. Who else? Faded Joe. Yeah, welcome all in. Nice to have you all here. Late start to today's show. I do apologize. Normally I'm on about an hour or two earlier, but you know, just got to do what I got to do. And also, my voice isn't the greatest. So, why don't we get all into it? Let me go ahead and share the lovely comments I have this week with you all. Um, Starting at the bottom here, Lumpy the truck driver. Wait, who is that? Oh, that's our good friend Whiteworm, the piece of shit with no teeth. Lumpy, if you're really wondering who that was. So on my post, yeah, way to start off this stream, huh? Rochelle on the replay crew. Thank you very much. I always enjoy the replay crew on last week's comment show or any video. If you guys got a spare second or two, make sure. Oh man, what the heck is going on here? My phone's going wild, y'all. Wild. Keeps recording everything I say into a text form. And I don't understand why it does that, but every once in a while it does that. Just got to erase this text, and then I won't be distracted anymore, and we can get back to the comments. Hold on. All right, let me get out of that so that way there's no oopsie doozies. Okay, so I do appreciate the replay crew. So if you're, like I said, if you're jonesing for a little bit of content, go back to one of my older videos, watch a few minutes, make a comment on it, especially if you're a new subscriber. I lost like 3 subscribers since yesterday. I think that's a YouTube thing. So if you're a new subscriber, make sure you comment on the video so that way your subscription will stick. Rochelle, thank you for being a Monster Squad member, by the way. That also helps me out too, guys. Memberships, super chats, all that stuff. PayPals are better because then, I don't have to be subject to the YouTube 30% sales tax. This is how I make a living, y'all. I don't make much of a living, but I do from this. This is my income. So, I'm not begging you guys like certain other people, but, every little bit does help. So contributions are always accepted and always very appreciative of every penny that I get. And I was sweating this month. I didn't think I was going to reach my $100 amount, but I definitely reached that. And I want to thank you guys for that. Also, I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know if, let me see if Sandy's in there. Sandy, if you're in there, thank you so much for the package that you sent. It was fantastic. A bunch of knitted goodies that I'm going to be handing out to the unhoused here as soon as I get a chance. I think Bernie's got her eye on this chicken knitted beanie cap, though, Sandy. So might be keeping that. I don't know. Okay. And I don't know what happened to my. I used to have a cover for my mic to keep my peas and stuff from spattering all over and sounding like a mess, but we'll just have to do without today. I'll find that sucker later. Barbara Budapest is in the house. What's up, Barbara? Hey, Barbara. You know what I'm going to be doing later today is watching the Broncos play football. Good SP's in the house. What's up, Good SP? What's up, NJS? Nice to have you all in here. I just had to throw that in. Still Sassy's in here. What's up, Still Sassy? Nice to have you here as well. Moth Meringue is here. What's up, Moth Meringue? We got all three of the great names in chat already. Welcome on in. Jackie's in here. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit better, Jackie. My voice is still messed up, but I'm getting through it. I feel okay. It's one of those things. Let's get back to the comments here. Let's get those done and over with. Linda Wilson says, I've told him to fix his teeth before he giving his money to Bufferton. Yeah, he probably should do that instead of donating to Bufferton, right? Fix that grill, man. Motherfucker's got a grill that you can fit a fucking 747 in. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of white worm. Sue Irwin. I'm going to need clarification on this comment, Sue. When Pat called him on Cheryl's Live, I was dying. When he said, what's the problem now? We prayed together. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what that's in reference to, Sue Irwin. Maybe you can put in another comment and enlighten me. I don't know what it was a reference to. Or you can also email me too. So I don't understand the context. Drifter Wars. MLH with a cold still doesn't have a voice as deep as Cheese. Oh, well, I don't know if that was a dig at me or Chi, Drifter Wars. Drifter Wars continues. The Gimps channel is doing extremely well. All the people who suffer from insomnia and have troubles falling asleep tune in and fall asleep within 10 minutes of listening to them. Ain't that the truth, Drifter Wars? Holy shit. I mean, you can listen to the Gimps channel for every bit of 2 minutes and are slowly nodding off into La La Land because he's so fucking boring. If he thinks he's going to be some type of YouTube star, I don't know what to tell him. I've got some seaside land in Colorado to sell him, Afila on the replay crew says, poor MLH, you sound really sick. I was really sick on Monday and Wednesday. I feel better now, even though my voice is, Fila continues, replay crew, I just realized Kitty's avatar. You're welcome. Yeah, Kitty's avatar was classic. It was the two people that were sitting next to Dumbass while he was at the podium spouting nonsense. It was funny. Brenda Baldoff, who's in chat, says, IYL, I don't even know what that is, Brenda. You have to tell me. I am stuck doing replay crew because I spent 2 hours in the grocery store. I did catch Final Thoughts live. It was a fun show. Thank you, Brenda. It was a fun show. I really enjoyed it. It was funny because I called it Silence is Golden because Dingaling wasn't live for almost 3 straight days. And I was like, oh, wow. This is actually really refreshing and nice. I could get caught up on all his other bullshit that he was spouting and not have to worry about that nonsense. But, whatever. What is this? What the hell? What is this? Fuck. One of Bernie's little things on my desk here. All right. Gina says, Dougie, it sounded like a Youper accent. I don't even know what that means, Gina. Bloomy says, today Dingaling said he's a journalist. Don't make me laugh, Bloomy. Dingaling is a journalist. Get the fuck out of here. He's a travel blogger. He's a fucking, I don't know, nut smeller. I don't even know what the fuck to call that fucking a menace to society is what I call him. Amy M says, replay crew, you can send Dingaling to Vorkuta in Russia, where the notorious Gulag was. Yeah, Siberia, I think, is another great place for him, man. I think we should send him to Siberia, one of those prisons over there. That'd be perfect. Bluto, King Bluto says, "Sir, can you point me into the direction of the drywall and drywall supplies, please?" Yeah, dumbass was looking for, I don't know what the fuck he was looking. I mean, it's super simple, right? Just ask somebody or just look at the signs. He was in that Home Depot forever looking for drywall supplies for what? Are you working illegally on a house, dingling, without a contractor's license? Are you? Sure, the DA would like to hear about that. Anna from Canada says, "Replay crew, busy workday. I think it is unhelpful when chat tries to bring Nora or Aaron into DT theater when it's not about them. If MLH does cover it, it should be a separate stream that we can choose or not choose to participate in. It's also respectful of the host, MLH, to not bring other noise here," which I try my damnedest not to, Anna, but I do like to address anything that's in chat. And if it's something that I'm not comfortable in addressing right then and there, I agree with you. I will have a different stream. I don't address Nora because, I mean, I know she did that stream with Dodge, other than to say, she did a really weird stream with Dodge and Lindsay. And by the way, Lindsay's a kook. I'm not afraid to say it, man. I mean, I know people like Lindsay, but holy shit, that woman is an absolute loon. I don't want to get anywhere near anything to do with Lindsay because I don't like to taint our great show with bullshit like that. Just like I don't like to taint it with the stuff that's going on with Nora, or ASL, or some people call me out because I'm not speaking out against ZDT. I don't care. I mean, look, I'm focused on this right here. Two things can be true, right? And in this case, silence isn't complicity like they keep trying to paint me in on Reddit, right? I'm focused on this. And to those people that say, "Oh, you're not speaking out enough against ZDT or ASL or whoever the fuck else you have a vendetta against," I ain't your bitch, and I ain't gonna do your bidding. If you want to do it, your silence is complicity. You have the means, you have a channel on YouTube that you can go on there and rant. So would I be hypocritical in saying that you are complicit for not talking about a certain someone because you have some vendetta against them? I've already spoken my mind out about ASL and ZDT and whoever else. So lay off that shit. You want to get a rise out of me, you ain't gonna get it. This is as much as you're getting on the comment show. So there you go. There's my rant on ZDT. Ooh, and I don't agree with ZDT. How about that? This is like the fifth time I've said it. The first stream that ZDT did when he went live was a rant about what a piece of shit I was. I mean, what the fuck did I ever do? I mean, he said he was going to knock my teeth in, physically. I mean, he prefaced that with saying, if he gets near me and touches me, I'll knock his teeth out. I could say the same thing to him. If you get near me, ZDT, and you touch me first, I'm going to knock your fucking 5 teeth that you got left in your old age and your fucking Viagra ass and balding head, right? So, I mean, I see it works both ways, y'all. Works both ways. Riddle says, "Sorry, I've missed dropping in to say hi in the last couple of live streams. Busy. Hey, no problem, Riddle. I appreciate you coming back and dropping in the comment. Replay. Thank you, Riddle. I appreciate you on the replay. Drifter Wars. Sticker Chick calls every woman who streams thirsty, yet she doesn't see herself as thirsty for doing the same exact thing. Hypocrisy." Well, you said it, Drifter Wars. Drifter Wars continues. Sticker Chick hates being called Dicker Chick or Starchy Tits. She called MLH out for that very much and gets very upset about it. Yet she had zero problems calling Kitty McKitterton Kitty McShitterton, plus all the names she has for other people like Vaughn, Newfie, Boss, KK, Becky, MLH, and others. She's a hypocrite, Drifter Wars. Look, Starchy Tits is a whole new animal. All right. The reason that I don't talk about Starchy Tits is because she's already showed her hand. She uses AI to change people's words, right? And I wouldn't put it past her to change people's visages and stuff with AI and all kinds of other shit. So that's why I don't even deal with Starchy Tits. She's not important to me other than her dealings with Dingaling and supporting Dingaling because Dingaling's a Dingaling and Dingaling support Dingaling. So they got a whole Dingaling nation over there. So maybe I should just change it to dingling number 2 or dingling number 3 or 4 or any number of fucking shit, you know. All right, let's see if we got any hidden or held comments. Drifter says, Sticker so jealous of Kitty's natural, undoctored feminine looks and voluptuous body that she did a whole 2-hour stream on her. Oh, I know. And you know what? What's funny is isn't family supposed to stand up for family? Why isn't Dingling saying, "Hey, lay off my sister. That's family." You know, of course he's not going to do that because he's a Dingling and a Dingling clan of idiocies. Oh, here we go. Blue Marlin, your silence regarding ZDT is complicity. No, Blue Marlin, your silence regarding ZDT, not having you go onto YouTube, which you have a YouTube channel and a platform, your silence regarding ZDT is complicity. Okay, Blue Marlin? So get off my fucking nuts or I'm just going to fucking ban you from the channel. This is the last week that I'm dealing with your specific Blue Marlin bullshit. Okay? I'm going to call it blue shit from now on, Blue Marlin. And the next time you tell me that silence is complicity with me regarding ZDT, I'm banning you. I'm not going to deal with your shit no more. All right? You've been a pain in my fucking ass for weeks on end now. So enjoy the nether realm the next time that you say anything regarding ZDT. I don't talk about ZDT because he's irrelevant to me. I understand what you're saying. Some of the accusations I haven't seen proof of, but I know ZDT is a piece of shit. Is that enough for you, Blue Marlin? Or should I tickle your balls some more, Blue Marlin? 40,000, whatever the fuck your name is. Is that good enough for you? Worthless fuck. No. You get this wrong. I am not a simp for a ZDT, Blue Marlin. You are, because you're being complicit by not going on your YouTube channel, which you clearly have, and speaking out against ZDT and telling them everything that you want to tell them on your own channel, Blue Marlin. You're complicit and you're a simp for ZDT. See how that works, Blue Marlin? I got bigger and better things to do right now, Blue Marlin. Thank you very much. Blah, blah, blah. Drifter Wars. Slappy went to court to fight to have some evidence against him dropped. He failed to stop it from happening. That is a loss in any normal person's world, but in Slappy's world, he said he had a win. How? He got excited about mentioning his black socks to the judge as if that means anything important to anyone. He's so delusional and lives in his own fantasy world where he thinks calling females names is a big victory. Jessica Palmadessa will still have many more views on her channel, regardless of how many African countries she knows. She will always be far more popular and successful on YouTube and TikTok than he ever will be. Even ZDT gets many more views than Slappy does. Long before MLT will overtake him. MLH will overtake him on YouTube, and MLH did not have to get swatted or arrested to get views. Thank you very much, Drifter Wars. That's a very good point. I cannot disagree with you on anything you said there. Here's Blue Marlin again. Blue Marlin, I'm going to tell you one more of these comments. I've already said it. If you don't provide your own commentary on your YouTube channel about your how you feel about ZDT, your silence regarding ZDT is way more complicit than mine. I've been on record several times saying I don't agree with ZDT, Blue Marlin. So there you go. Last chance. Next comment. If it's one of these, I'm banning you. I'm going to see this, hide user from channel. That's what I'm going to do. All right. And then you can bitch on Reddit all you want about what a fucking piece of shit I am for banning you for fucking badgering me for weeks on end. So fuck off and do your own fucking channel. I'm not doing your bidding, Blue Marlin. I don't answer to you. You know who I answer to? The people in my chat and my subscribers who care what I'm doing right now. That's who I answer to. The end. All right, let's see if I got any mentions. I'm sure I did. No hidden comments, so that's cool. Oh, Scott from NYC. This is the only way that he can get to me. Whatever. Scott from NYC, you're so irrelevant. KT Pita mentioned me. Thank you very much. Again, Scott from NYC. He's another one that wants to wear my skin. Ooh. I don't hide the fact that I wear glasses and sunglasses, Scott from NYC. Any of my viewers know this. I've taken off my glasses several times, my sunglasses. I've shown my face on camera. I have nothing to hide. I'm not afraid of you, you piece of shit. The end. That's it. And if I could ban you from my mentions, I would. But there's no way, as far as I know. So that's it. All right. Let's move on here. Let me see if I got any more. Nope. I think we're good on comments. Let me get to your comments in the chat here. All right. Let me go back here. Broncos. Yes, Barbara. They're doing great. And I hope they win today. Hope you have a great day, Barbara. Brenda says it's so boring. It's I stuttering like MVP. Yeah, Brenda, it's so bad. Dogs for real. Dogs rule. I always say dogs for real. I don't know why I say that. Dogs rule for real. Lots of things can be true at the same time. Some people's minds are so small they can't comprehend too much at the same moment. I agree. Nice to have you in here, Dogs rule. Take that to the bank, Brenda says, 100%. Well said, MLH. Afila, nice to have you here. It's not the murky waters bag out everyone show. That's what I'm saying, Afila. I am not everybody's bitch. If I had a dollar for every time someone wanted me to go after someone that emailed me or talked to me in chat or text or other things, I'd be a pretty rich guy. But I do, what I do? I do what I want to do on the show. That's it. A Youper is someone who lives in the upper peninsula of Michigan. Oh, I did not know that, Amy M. Thank you for, educating. Thank you very much, Amy M. And thank you for being in here. Did I come in a bat? Absolutely not, Dogs rule. I'm just like, I had enough, man. Blue Marlin has been on my ass for weeks about this ZDT thing. And I think it's a coordinated effort with him and whoever's in his fucking camp to make me look bad or make me feel bad or whatever, and it's like, that is no way to treat me. All right. I'm kind to everybody that comes in here as long as they're respectful to everybody else in chat and on panel, my rules. And he hasn't been respectful to me. So how much more of this bullshit am I going to have to take from this motherfucker? Did I just step in some blue poop? No Face says. No, you didn't. But welcome on in, No Face. I think he is two pieces. Blue Unicorn. Well, maybe. Yeah, that could be. Welcome on in, Blue. Nice to have you here. YouTube wouldn't be happy with AI generated stuff. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, that they wouldn't. And I could put a privacy complaint on everybody's favorite Scott from Simp from NYC is what we should call him. Paige is in here. JFC. I don't know what that was for. Paige, did I offend? Maybe I offended. I don't know. Seems like MLH is a bit riled up. It's going around, I guess. I've been riled up lately myself. Yeah, I am a little riled. There's only so much you can take, Blue Unicorn, before you have to say something. Denizen's in the house. What's up, Denizen? Brenda Baldoff says he really should boof those damn socks. Yeah, boof them right up his fat ass, right, Brenda? Just so everyone knows, Marlins are not unicorns. I don't even know any Marlins. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Blue Unicorn. Dogs rule for real says Blue, same. My heat is out till at least Monday, and I have to use a walker for 8 more. Oh, fuck, Dogs rule. Sorry, man. I wish you the best. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Fuzzy. I mean, I just I don't like people trying to control what I do. I mean, I'll get to it eventually, maybe, if it becomes enough of a problem. I mean, it's not worth my time. Why is going after ZDT worth my time? Everybody knows he's a racist piece of shit. What else is there to say? He's said and done a lot of horrible fucking things. The end. I mean, what am I going to give him more content? I mean, just with this alone, he's going to go on a weeks-long rant about me. So, I mean, there you go. Let's see. Man, I wouldn't have as much patience as MLH, Fila says. Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Fila. I've been fairly patient. I tried to have a rational discussion with Blue Marlin on Reddit, but I mean, everybody can see it. I put my name on it, even though they changed my name for some weird reason, and he wouldn't have it. So it's like, I mean, am I supposed to take this over and over, week after week, comment after comment? I mean, I'm not doing that. No way. So bummed. Pelvis fractures in oh, dogs rule. I'm so sorry. Hope you get better soon. Healing vibes. Healing vibes. No Face says, is Reddit still a thing? I thought that was for tweens that yell at their mom to make them a sandwich because they can't pause their Fortnite. It can be useful. No Face. Reddit can be very useful. I've noticed quite a bit about dingling on there. I mean, there's stuff to be had. Reddit users are um, very detail oriented. They don't always get things right. I mean, that's something that you have to take everything with a grain of salt. But it's just interesting from time to time. That's all. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah. Side note: my dad does sing like an angel. KT Peta. Um, No, it's all good, Blue Unicorn. Denise H. Hopefully everyone is having a great weekend. I am so far, Denise. I'll have an even better one if the Broncos win. If not, I'm gonna be salty tomorrow, but then I'll get over it, and then we'll have fun on Monday, and then the world is great. Um, Dougie's in the house. What's up, Dougie? Nice to have. Said the Broncos just got ice. Get out of here, Dougie. Erie Forever's in the house. What's up, Erie? Nice to have you here. Then my horse fell in the same place and fractured his hip. He's in a stall for sick. Gee, my knee. Dogs roll. You're just not having luck at all, are you? I don't know if I said hi to you, Denise, but welcome on in. Lovely Denise. Lovely Susan P is in the house. Welcome on in. Thank you both for being Monster Squad members. I really, really, truly appreciate that. Dogs Rule says, MLH, I understand getting fed up. I am fed up. Dogs Rule. I'm normally very even keeled. I mean, I get riled from time to time, but I mean, there's only so much you can take. You can only be called out so much before you have to point out the hypocrisy and the bullshit and nonsense and all that shit. Um, MLH takes his money to the streets and helps people. That's on record. If that hurts your butt, then shit somewhere else. I agree, No Face. I mean, I'm not going to say that every penny that comes into me just goes right out. No Face, that would be lying to you guys. I live like everyone else. I eat food, I get clothes, and I do indulge from time to time with a video game or whatever. But I think I'm allowed to do that, right? I mean, we are allowed as rational adults to do with their money what they please. I mean, I'm not grifting off of anybody. I'm not lying to anybody. I'm very upfront and honest with all of you. Northern Girl, regarding Sue Irwin's comment, while YouTuber Richard Lorenzo Jr. interviewed Cheryl last week, Pat Harney Osa called him to tell him to delete the picture he took of them praying at the CW Welcome Center. Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification, Northern Girl. Welcome on in. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. I'm not, I can't always see everything. So I appreciate when you guys fill me in on certain things, and that was one thing I wasn't privy to. So now it makes sense. Lucky Laptops in the house. What's up, Lucky? Nice to have you here. Marth Morang says chat doesn't agree with all streamers, but I think we all don't like Boof or we wouldn't be here. See, that's the thing, Marth. We have commonalities in here. I know for a fact that there are some streamers in my chat that don't get along with each other. The easy thing to do is block them. But I know for one thing is everybody's going to be treated with respect in my chat, right? And my mods know how to take care of that. I am very grateful for my mods. Fuzzy, Buttercup. I know Ellie hasn't been in there for a long time, but Ellie, when she's in there, all Big Chief, Matthew the King, who lost his first account, so I'm going to have to rearrange on that. I don't have very many mods. I have to really, really trust in who I make a mod to make them a mod, and I do a very thorough job of vetting and understanding, and it takes a long time. I'm not the normal YouTuber with that shit. A lot of YouTubers will just willy-nilly make their friends mods or other things, make their top donors mods or whatever, and I don't do things that way. I am very fair. I want things to be completely fair and unbiased in my chat, and that's the way I like it. Will you strike? Simp from NYC, Paige says. I could, but I'm not petty, Paige. I mean, let him rant. All he's going to do is bring people over to my channel, right? I mean, that's all that's going to happen. That's the end result. People are going to be curious, and I want them to be curious. I want them to come on over and see what the opposition looks like, right? Um, Mike Stevens in the house. Conda Craw. I don't know what that means, Mike Stevens, but welcome on in. Nice to have you here. He's not worth mentioning. It's just toxic thinking about him. I agree. Dogs rule. Nanny's in the house. Happy Saturday to you. So blue balls is getting under your skin, MLH. Doug says, no, it's just, dude, how many times can you take bullshit from one person before you just fucking, you know, I mean, I give grace where I can, Dougie. You know me. I'm very, very patient, open-minded. And but I've lost my patience. It's one more time and it's out for that piece of shit. So there you go. Block the prick. I've seen that person on other streams. Don't know who it is. Well, I'm giving him one more chance, Jackie. I mean, I got to be fair, you know. Hey, Sandy, I talked about you earlier. Thank you very much for the package. I really really appreciate it. Sandy, can you email me because I have a question about the package. I just wanted to be clear because it came partially opened, and I just had a quick question. So email me, and I'll email you after the show about a question that I had. Let's see. Better late than never. SY says, "Welcome on in, lovely SY Southern Yankee. Nice to have you here, Southern Yankee. Appreciate. I know I am a little late, and I do apologize. I'm usually way early, but I had some stuff to do this morning. KT Pete, I don't know if I said hello to you, but welcome on in. Nice to have you here. Giving people who disagree with you shitty nicknames is kind of like sticker chick. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm petty, Paige. I'm human. I'm a human being. But I've given these people nicknames before. You know, I mean, it's just like it just comes natural. You know, it's like whatever. Um, Moses is in the house. I think sometimes I am petty, Paige. Maybe that's something I got to work on. Not be as petty sometimes. I mean, usually I take the high road, but you know, I mean, there's times where I'm just like, I'm enough is enough, you know. Moses, nice to have you here, buddy. Welcome on in. Um, fuck off, Fuzzy. Sandy says, I'm glad you like the package. Yes. Let's see. Denise H says, I officially give you permission to spend your money on whatever you damn well like. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate it. Look, I do answer to all of my donors and donators. I really appreciate all of you. You know, I try to do my best to represent what I feel you guys want represented on the channel. You know, sometimes I offend, sometimes I may say things that might be a little bit too much for certain people, but my heart's always in the right place, Denise, and I hope you always know that. By the way, Denise, I see your comments on Reddit too, and I greatly appreciate a lot of your kind comments and other comments that you've said on Reddit. So I do appreciate that. I'm here to cause problems. No, you're not, Dougie. Stop it. I'm here because MLH is my friend. It's not that I don't like someone or whatever. It's because I like MLH. Yes, exactly. Blue Unicorn. And I'm happy that you're my friend, Blue Unicorn. I feel the same about you. And I feel like I've been terrible friend for not getting up to Loveland and watching you play a little bit more. But, you know, sometimes life gets in the way. Alan B's in the house. Is Alan B in the house? Welcome on in, Alan. I didn't see you in there, but welcome on in if you're here. Let's see. Um, that's not true, Dougie. Chris on the drums in the hizzy. What's up, Chris? Nice to have you here as always, bud. You're welcome, Denise. Let's see. Sandy says, MLH, our teams might be in the Super Bowl together. My team just has to win tomorrow. What's your team? You have to win 2 games, Sandy, to get to the Super Bowl. Who's your team, Sandy? One time my heart was in the wrong place. I don't recommend it. It pumps blood all around the digestives. Yeah. It'll give you knots and gas and stomach problems, Blue Unicorn. You know, there you go. Denise H is my favorite part of Reddit. Definitely. She's a shining gem in a cesspool of nonsense, Fuzz. I'm still learning every day, KT Peters. What some people don't understand is that being a chatter is one thing. However, when you're a content creator, streamer, it's a different ballgame, MLH. That's the thing. Like, I'm not here to pick up the torch for everybody. As someone very wise said to me one day, You can't be Captain Save a Ho for everybody. I know that's a crude way of saying you can't, you can't take care of everybody's problems. So just continue what I'm doing, continue entertaining, continue having good discussion, continue doing my comment show, which nobody else does, as far as I can see, and continuing having fun with all of you and being held accountable to all of you is yeah is what I'm all about. All right, Sandy says the Patriots two more. Oh dang! Now see, we're gonna have a problem, Sandy, because if my team wins today and your team wins tomorrow, guess who plays next weekend? It's the Broncos and Patriots for the AFC Championship to get to the Super Bowl. I like the Broncos' chances, Sandy. I really do. But they got to get past their teams today. That'll be a lot of fun, and we'll have a lot of fun talking about that game next week for sure. All right. Let's talk about the schedule here. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, obviously, is DT and also RP Grinders on Friday night. And then we circle back to the comment show on Saturday, hopefully earlier next week. I just normally have stuff to do in the afternoon. This morning was the only time I could do the stuff that I needed to do. And I snuck in the comment show right before the Bronco game. So there we go. Let me just take a moment here, guys, to speak straight from my heart. Okay. I do want to thank all of you. All right. Everybody in chat, the people that aren't here that are usually in chat, the replay crew, the subscribers that I have, and just a heartfelt thank you to everybody. I really appreciate all of the support. I mean, we're very close. We're about 20 away. Excuse me, I'm all stuffed up. We're about 20 away from passing up Dingling, and if you want to see some heads melt, I mean, tell your friends, have them subscribe and make a comment. Um, I think it should be pretty easy for us to get there. Okay. Denizen X says he's talking about me now. Oh, I always talk about you, Denizen. Um, hey, Denizen, do you think the Earth is flat or is it a globe? Because I was debating someone this morning about that subject. I am not the flat earther type. Thank you, Amy M. I appreciate that. The Patriots have been doing amazing this year. Yes, it would be fun if they had to play against each other. Yeah, both teams have the same record, Sandy. It would be a lot of fun. I would like that rematch. It would be a lot of fun. I do like our chances though this year. I think we're the team of destiny, as they say. The Earth is a cube, Adam says. Dennison says, I think the Earth is shaped like a rock surrounded by water. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Everyone knows the Earth is more bell curved. Yeah, well, there you go. He's probably going to look into buying some subs because his ego can't handle you. That's why we've got to do it soon, Chris. Just so I can say one time, look at this. Take screenshots. Look at this. Look at this. And then gloat about it and then forget about it. Because I'm not big on that. I mean, subs come and go, Chris, but I have noticed that we're within striking range. So just saying, if you have friends and family that might like a laugh or two, if they like crude humor, then there you go. Got to go get dinner started. Thanks, MLH. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Chumley buys subs. I wouldn't doubt it, Dougie. I mean, I've never bought any one of my subs, and will never do that. So, but let me finish with my thought about y'all. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for all of you guys' support and contributions. I want to do a special. I don't always do this, but I want to do a special thanks to my mods who are absolutely amazing, except for maybe Dougie. No, I'm just kidding, Dougie. My cohorts, Becky, Dougie, Flea, Kitty McKitterton. How could I forget about her? And also the cartoonist, the unsung hero of DT. Absolutely wonderful work coming from the cartoon, especially lately. And I'll tell 49% of my sub. Oh, okay, well that'll work, Chris. That'll mean you can tell the 1 out of 2 friends that you have, Chris, which is works for me. Um, God lives in an air pocket above the firmament. Science, Adams. Yeah. I'll wait till tomorrow before I start speaking smack, Sandy says. Yeah, just wait till tomorrow, Sandy. That's exactly right. Um, Cartoonist needs a pay. Absolutely, Afila. The check's in the mail, Afila. I wanted to watch Kitty's video and it was gone. I don't know what's going on there. Dogs rule. Okay. So Kitty and I will be doing a stream at some point. She wanted a chance to vent. It ain't gonna be today during the Broncos game. I can tell you that much. But I will eventually. Um, have her one-on-one stream. Maybe we can, riff on things and talk about certain things. And it's always best, like interview format, one-on-one. I'm pretty, um, I'm a pretty good interviewer. So maybe we'll do that tonight. I don't know. I'll try to. Matter of fact, while we're on the air, why do I not email her now and see if we can't. Get that going. What do you guys say? Is that it's exciting radio, right? You guys get a chance to listen to me type. Super exciting, I know. Let's sign in here and let's go ahead and give Kitty McKitterton a a quick email and let her know that I'll be available after the Bronco game tonight. So let's see here. Oh, man. Yes. Hold on. This might be breaking here. Hold on. Where is Kitty in chat? Well, then she just emailed me. Let's let me get to Kitty here. Yes, this one. And we might get a bonus here. I just saw this, so here we go. So I'll stick around, and let's see if we can get Kitty on. Maybe we'll have a bonus deal here. Let's see what happened here. What do we got here? Let's see. Cartoonist needs a pay raise. I wanted to watch Kitty even if he wasn't there. Kitty was horribly attacked last night. What happened, Paige? I'm unaware of anything that happened last night. Let me know some skinny before we might be able to get Kitty on the stream here. Let's see. Why am I not surprised? Let's see. Oh, SC was triggered. What? I saw Stinky Snitch has decided Kitty is her target. Now, yeah. I mean, and where is Scott to defend his sister? Excuse me. She took the stream down already, but DOS might have Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, only cowards take their streams down. Oh, there's Drifter. What's up, Sally? Nice to have you here. Drifter War says Sticker was mixing Riddle with Kitty, telling Kitty not to bring up Sticker's criminal past because Riddle's past is worse. What does Riddle's criminal past have to do with Kitty? Make it make sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. Scott told them to go after Kitty. Oh well, got to do what the master says. Although, which one is the master? Which one's the bottom in that relationship, Denise? Is it Starchy or is it Dingling? Anybody have any questions for me at all regarding DT or anything like that? Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I sent this first off. Damn it. Proton. There we go. Come on. Do. Where's my sent? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I sent the word out. Let's see. Boofer said this morning that Kitty was riding on Kitty was riding on his coattails. Oh boy, Jackie. Hold on a second. He had a stream this morning. Let me quickly look here. Um do. Not on that one unless he took it down. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, hold on. Wait. Yep, there it is. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. I have to try to download this particular stream because there might be some nuggets I can get from it. So let's take a quick peek here. See if I can get it yet. Yeah, I got it. It's all good. All right. Let me look and see what else we got here. Sorry, my voice is all messed up. Why don't you go after me? Dougie says. Chicken. Yeah, well, he doesn't go after men, Dougie. Essie only attacks who Scott tells her to, Paige says. Yeah. Manson Bear Pig's family of defenders is the Bush League of Colts, Adam says. Yeah. I have a question. When? I have an answer, Blue Unicorn. Whenever. There you go. Chris on the drums, so you can't handle. Yeah, that's true. Wendy's in the house. What's up, Wendy? In my opinion, Scott put SC up to the performance so he can call clean hands for his mama. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, oh, all she does is attack me, Ma. Look how mean she is to me. Dogs Rule says, I watched a video today and Man Bear Pig was with someone named Britt, I think I heard him say. Oh, okay. Let's see. Chumley and his gang are all bottom feeders. They are, Southern Yankee. I mean, it's a cutthroat bunch over there, man. I mean, whoever can use who for whatever is what that whole side of things is, eating French onion soup. Jackie's, yeah. Let's see. If Skanky Chunk is so embarrassed about her criminal record, maybe she shouldn't have broken the law like an idiot. Well, felons tend to hang out with felons, Chris, or people who break the law. I don't know anything about um, Starchy's criminal past. I've never brought it up on my show, I don't think. I know she has one, but to the extent I wouldn't even know. But it wouldn't surprise me if she's got felonies, and felons tend to hang out with felons. So, I mean, does it surprise anyone that these two get along so famously? By the way, Starchy doesn't like Dingaling. I mean, that's very clear. She bent him to his knees and made him apologize to ZDT. I mean, Dingaling was bending over backwards trying to figure out how he could get out of, not apologizing to ZDT, but sort of apologize, but actually apologize. I mean, it was a shit show over there. I was one in a Boss Talk stream last night, and those fools can't understand it was to be a combined celebration for all. I don't know what you're referring to. What was going on in Boss Talks, Wendy? I wasn't there. I much prefer garlic soup. I like them all, Wendy. They're both good. Sticker Chick admitted the only real thing about her is the fact that she admits that everything about her is fake. Her hair, her nails, her eyelashes, her lips, her face are all fake. That's pretty obvious, Drifter Wars. So now that she said it, I mean, it'd be a cold day in hell before I ever apologize to that POS. Yeah, well, I mean, they all have agendas, Chris, and it all boils down to whether or not it fits their agenda and whether or not they're willing to do things. That's kind of my take on it. Hold on. Okay. All right. Well, we'll stay on because I'll have an exclusive with Kitty. She said she'll jump on in a bit. So we'll go ahead and I'll bullshit with you guys for a little bit. Why not? All right, there we go. As long as well, I guess it is going to eat into my Bronco time, but whatever. MVP does not have one guy going to court with him. Why? We see bullshit when it is in front of us. Yeah, well, you know. Let's see. Oh, Paige says drug possession, possession of stolen property, and weapon, credit card fraud. Those sound like felonies to me, Paige. Were they felonies or were they dropped to misdemeanors? What else do we got here? Yeah, they don't play for another hour, so hopefully we can get Kitty for a good half an hour or so. I sound better. Feel my voice is still fucked up. I feel better, but what's up, Gloria? Nice to have you here. The night MLH when Kitty and Boss were talking about celebrating. Oh, okay. Now I get you, Wendy. Just think she was doing all those drugs while pregnant or with little one in the house. Ooh, Wendy. I mean, I don't like to bring up people's past because people can change, Wendy, but I mean, in her case, I mean, all the shit that she's taking, I don't give a fuck because she did something to me that was really egregious, Wendy. She used AI to alter my voice, and that was not cool at all because it made me sound like really bad, like I was a misogynist. Because remember, I called her starchy tits, and she had a fucking full on meltdown about how misogynist that was. That I would talk about her tits and blah 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 blah. Come on, get real. I mean, yeah. And by the way, she considers herself a lefty. Why is she hanging around Scott? Scott's definitely not a lefty, even though right now he's pretending. You know, I mean, he'll play whatever side he wants. That quote misunderstanding was intentional, so they could push some weird narrative. Oh yeah, the narrative going around was that Boss and Kitty somehow had this um, relationship. And I'm like, I addressed it on DT. I was like, that is so dumb. Pled to one felony, 3 months served. Sweetheart deal. Paige says, well, she better keep her nose clean. That's all. You know, that's Ms. Understanding to you. That's right. Uh, yeah. Um, let's see. What else we got? Damn, she did get a good. Yeah, for all that, 3 months. Oof, man. Well, the justice system is usually a little easier on women. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, it is. Um, in DC, he played MAGA. That's right, Wendy. He played MAGA in DC, and then now he's over on the West Coast. And now what is he doing? He's the ultimate fence sitter. I mean, it's crazy, right? Oh shit! I should probably give Kitty the link, right? Hold on, man. Here we go. I'll just do this. Let me give Kitty the link so she can get on in here. do 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 link, and then there's the link. Boom, and there we go. It has been sent. So let it be sent. So let it be written. So let it be done. Why is it? There we go. I was like, all right, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Pretty funny after Antifa was declared a domestic terrorist group, she dropped that chairman of Antifa label real quick. Yeah, but people still have receipts, Chris, on the drums. That chairman of Antifa just might bite her in the ass later on. Denise says that Ghost Soldier guy. Well, isn't Ghost Soldier and Dingling have some sort of beef? That could have been made up too. I don't know. Who knows with these people? They're all fucking uneasy alliances, and if there's nothing to benefit another, then they all turn on each other. Just wait for it. She's getting it all expunged this month. She's bragging. Oh yeah, yeah. She'll say that. She won't get it expunged, Paige. It'll be on her record forever. Adam Carmona says, in their world, anarchist means self-righteous and non-committal. They don't know the meaning of anarchist, do they, Adam? Let's see. I cracked up when the so-called anarchists started making hundreds of rules. Docs rule says, yeah, well, there you go. If they're going to LA together, hope they go to the beach. Oh, wouldn't that be a stream and a half, Jackie? I'd love to see to see that. 100%, Becky, you'd be a better brother. So let it be written, so let it be done. Creeping Death by Metallica. Yeah, well, look, Chris, that's my. Oh, here's a little trivia for y'all. If I ever ask you for a trivia contest to win something, if I ever ask you what's my favorite song of all time, Chris, now you know. Now you know, Chris. So let it be written, so let it be done. I'm sent here by the chosen one, right, Chris? Um, what else you guys want to ask me before we wait the arrival of one Kitty McKitterton, who I'm sure has a lot to say, and I'm sure you guys all want to hear. How's Bernie feeling? Figured I'd ask since Keeper, isn't he? Oh, KT. Um, she's doing okay, Kitty. She's still got a little bit of a cough, but it's like mostly like loose phlegm. I know it sounds gross, but that's what it is. Manarchist Bear Pig. Adam, you're the best, man. You really are. Fila says 100% dog rule, just like when he said everyone has to send him their details for background checks. Him who values freedom and answers to no one. So full of shit. Wendy says, yup, MLH, especially when Scott attacked a lady in a wheelchair at Freedom Corner. His reasoning, his DC rat friend and Antifa didn't want their face on camera. Well, I mean, Wendy, when you're playing both sides of the fence, I mean, you can do and say anything, right? Nobody gives a fuck, really, I guess. Dennison, yeah. I think we have to. I mean, right now wouldn't be the time, Dennison, because my voice is actually it would be the time for you to reclaim your your throne of the best impression of James Hetfield. But I still have that title around my waist, Dennison, until you come and take it. Denise H says, "Is Saturday nights with Bernie? Does her hot tub show? No, it's Sunday nights usually, Denise. We're gonna plan on doing at least one a month. So it might be next Saturday. Probably not going to be this Saturday or Sunday. I'm sorry, Denise. We usually do it on Sundays, but we're bringing it down to one time a month because it's a lot easier for me to manage, and it's a lot easier for Bernie to manage with her work. So we're probably going to do it once a month on Sundays. It's a naughty show, Denise. I don't know. It's not for everybody. Some people get really offended. It's just a bunch of adults doing adult karaoke in the most adult sense of the word. So, like I said, it's not for everybody, but it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you heard, but I think James Hetfield lives in Vail. Yes, he does, Chris. A lot of people live in Vail. Johnny Depp lives in Vail. I met Johnny Depp before. I met a lot of people. Oprah Winfrey has a multi-million-dollar ranch in Vail. There's a lot of people that own big time property in Vail, but yeah, James Hetfield is one of them. I don't think he spends winters there. Too harsh, Chris. Way too harsh to live in Vail in the winter. Skiing's great, but I mean, I don't know if you want to, plow yourself out of feet of snow just to get to the slopes. Maybe some do. Sticky Bish also tried to dox a Reddit account she said was Kitty's. Such an Antifa. What's up, Foxy? Nice to have you here. Pluck is in the house. What's up, Pluck? When he shows up somewhere and people do not like him, he has to do something extreme to look like he is on their side to try to gain their acceptance. Yeah. I caught parts of it, cracked me up, Denise said. H says, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is. And you should go back, Denise, if you like it. It's a lot of fun. Dougie's a riot on there. Solomon's a riot. Nanya's a riot. I mean, we all have a ton of fun on Hot Tub for sure. It's a lot of fun. MVP has adult shows. Adult shows. Yes, Adam. 100%. Hey, glad I caught the show, but I gotta bounce. Errands to run. See you later, Blue. Thanks for being in here, buddy. I really appreciate your support. I'm gonna try to get up there, Blue. I mean, it's hit or miss with me. You know that, Blue. But I will try. I will say that, Blue. Have a good time up there and get your errands done in a speedy fashion. Stay safe, all that stuff, Blue. Drifter War says Slappy said he hates flat-chested women and prefers women with a feminine shape. Sticker was jealous of Kitty's boobs, calling them ugly giant things. Oh, this is someone who's talking about another woman's boobs, but I can't call her starchy tits, Drifter Wars? Hypocrisy. Right, Drifter? That I would say is hypocrisy, right? Or is it just okay? Is it just okay when women do it to other women, you know? Chris says, okay, let's see. He'll take whatever he can get. Well, I mean, I'm sure Laura didn't have the biggest of breast in the world. I mean, I don't think he's picky. I think he can get he gets what he gets and he doesn't throw a fit. Okay, Dougie, I'm looking now. What am I looking at? I didn't see any messages come through, but maybe I missed something. I don't have anything. Dougie, on my messages. Did you not send? Um I don't know, Paige. Like, was that offensive? I mean, tell me if I'm being offensive. It's absolutely not okay, MLH. Okay, I mean, well, see, there you go. I mean, it's sticker is such a hypocrite. She cried when I called her starchy tits. Which, by the way, Paige, am I out of line for saying that? I was making a lark, off the hand lark about that. I wasn't like dogging her or anything. I was just making a goofy name for her, right? So it wasn't like I was specifically targeting her boobs and saying one thing or another about it. In fact, starchy means perky, right? So I don't know. She was offensive. Yeah, well, there you go. Laura has the body of a boy, in my opinion, Denise says. Yeah, I mean, I always thought that, Denise. You know, I mean, look, I can make mistakes. I mean, if I'm out of line, I'm sure you guys will tell me I'm out of line. You know, I mean, I don't think I've said anything super out of line with her or anybody. She said again last night you sexually harassed her. Get the fuck out of here, man. Whatever. It's not like I desire her in any fucking form or fashion. I mean, just look at her. She said it herself. She's fake as fuck. I don't like fake women. I don't like fake women's thinking. I don't like fake women's body. I don't like fake women anything. So why would I want anything to do with starchy tits, man? Fuck her. Um, I feel that if someone starts it, go for it. All right, hold on. Dougie, I'm gonna get company. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get company in the form of Kitty, but if you want to come on up, Dougie, I have no problem. Hold on, I'm getting some more information here. Um, ah, well, allegedly, the reason that Starchy got a sweetheart deal, you just got to follow the money, right? And the influence from maybe her parents and you know, I mean, that money that came in, I mean, that could be, I mean, allegedly, you know. Let me send you the link until Kitty gets here, Dougie. Hold on. I'm gonna send Dougie the link. Do 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 do. Hold on, Dougie. I got you. I kind of want to talk to Kitty one on one when she gets here, Dougie. So if you wouldn't mind, like, drop in once Kitty, not to be mean or rude or anything, I love you, man, but I kind of I do better one on one when I'm doing an interview. I know Kitty's going to want to talk about certain things, but I did send you the link, Dougie. Let's see. Dating Laura was a power move and nothing more. I agree, Adam. Who sexually harassed her? Paige says, well, apparently she thinks I sexually harassed her. But here's the thing. I really want her to point to that short she did of me that she took down, Paige, that she altered with AI. Because she changed my voice and I have the original. So if she does that again, if she ever puts that up again, I will put in a complaint on her, an AI complaint, which will be an immediate strike. And I know she doesn't want that. So go right ahead. Go right ahead. Continue to say stupid shit. You get stupid prizes. Um, so did she sexually harass Kitty then? I would say so, Fuzzy. I would say so. I mean, we're playing the same rules here, right, Fuzzy? So yeah. Chris says if I had a hot dog with a face like Starchy's, I would shave if I had a dog with a face like Starchy's, I would shave its ass and teach it to walk backwards. You can make a freight train take a dirt road. Oh man, that's really good, Chris. You're one of a kind, Chris, man. I love it. Starchy's nickname in school was God damn. Actually, it was more like that was her nickname. What's up, Dougie? Nice to have you on.
Hey.
Yep,
Why are they attacking her so much?
I don't know, but that's what we're gonna get Kitty on. I apparently her dumb brother Dingling told them to go after her, so that's what they did.
What a beautiful, loving brother he is.
I know, man. He's so precious, isn't he, Dougie?
Yeah.
One on one.
No wonder Kitty and her other sister can't stand him.
Yeah,
there's a reason behind that.
Yeah,
and then for another woman who claims to be, all for women's rights and all that, and then turns around and says nasty things about another woman's body parts and stuff. Really?
I mean, look, what was so offensive?
But you don't like it when it's being done to you, but you'll turn around and do it. So what you're telling me is I can call you anything now.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's all okay. It's all okay now.
Yeah. Adam says he even has.
I've kept you off my lips for a long time.
Yeah. Paige says, "Yep, doctors' daughters don't serve a long time, even if these charges were from 3 separate arrests." Well, yeah, you got money, you got influence, Paige. That's how it works, Adam says he even
Funny
has
how crime follows crime. How felons follow felons, how nastiness follows nastiness.
Yep.
There's a reason. Darkness follows darkness.
Yep.
Always has, always will be.
Yep.
And we're the ones that are shining the flashlights, and that's why they don't like us so much.
Yeah, they scatter when we do that. Adam says he even has revised the timeline telling people he protests Scientology because his girlfriend was in it. What a fucking coward, Adam. He's such a coward. Kimberly says Mindy dodged the bullet. She dodged a lot of things, Kimberly. Welcome on in, Kimberly, by the way. Wendy says, yes, Kitty has a defamation case for the lies. Oh, I haven't listened to them all, but I would love to talk to Kitty about all that. By the way, I don't know if you heard me, Dougie, but once Kitty gets here, I wanna talk to her one-on-one.
No, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, when Kitty gets here,
no, I know I didn't hear you.
You son of a bitch. Let's see. Geek says, was she trying to curry favor with 86 GOP at all? I'm sure, Geek. I mean, it's all about money, right? It's money power plays, Geek. That's why I don't worry about this channel, right? Because I'm not out here to please the big donors like 86 GOP. I'm here to please all of you. And I'm only beholden to all of you. I'm not beholden to people that are donating big sums of money at a time. I love the fact that people do help me out from time to time. That's really cool. But none of the people that have donated to the stream via super chat or any other thing have ever told me what to do with the show. And that's very, 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 it's a cool symbiotic relationship that way. Foxy says dumbass was in her chat last night as she was talking about his sister. Wow. Her bro told them to because she is on YouTube talking about him. Difference would be Kitty tells the truth. That's right, Denise. So look, there's a big time dichotomy here, and this is a good talking point too, right? There's oppositional sides here, and people are free to take whatever side they want on this particular topic, right? But one thing I know, Dougie, is we're on the righteous side of history here, right? None of us
we're on the right side of history,
right? None of us are felons or about ready to be convicted of felonies or any of that shit,
or plotting to commit felonies. Trying to hide the felonies we've done. Try to make up stories. More lies to cover the lies. We don't have anything to hide.
Yep. Wendy says SC stated Kitty and hubby should divorce. So really, Wendy, she's so dumb. She's just a dumb person. She's like she pretends to be so intellectual and so ahead of the curve, but she's just really stupid, Wendy. She's just a dumb person.
When I hear sirens, I don't have to duck.
I don't duck. Yeah. Oh, you mean you don't do things like this, Dougie?
Yep. I don't have to do that. I don't have to freak out when I see cop driving by when I'm driving. I don't have to do that either, because I know I haven't done anything wrong. I'm A-okay.
Yep.
My insurance is paid up. My vehicle is passes everything. I pass everything. I don't have anything illegal in my vehicle.
You don't have to pretend.
I'm not driving around intoxicated on whatever boofing materials or.
You don't read the chat while you drive.
No.
Yeah. You don't have to
I follow the law.
Yeah. You don't intentionally break the law and record yourself doing it, and then after say things like this. Do you, Dougie?
Those planters. I'm not ashamed of what I did. I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed.
You don't say things like that.
Take them all the way to prison.
Yeah. Pluck says in America.
I don't have to be ashamed. I don't have to hide stuff. And
neither do I.
And even when I was a little kid, I didn't do something as stupid as he did there.
Right.
Even as a juvenile child, I still didn't do something as stupid as this 40-some-year-old man did. And then still thinks that he did nothing wrong.
Right. Pluck says in America, justice can only be bought. I'm beginning to think that more and more, Pluck. Fila says, I like that. That's not going to come back to haunt him in court. He was already told not to utter certain people's name once. Oh, wow. There's a lot of things that are going to haunt him in court, Fila. See, a lot of people are throwing wet blankets on things like Dodge. Oh, he's just going to get probation max. He's never going to serve any jail time, blah, 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 blah. These people don't know the law. They don't read the laws like I do. And it very clearly states that there's a minimum sentence if he gets convicted on any of those felonies. So if any one of those 3 felonies that were elevated from the misdemeanors, he gets convicted of those, there's a 2-year minimum sentence with those, right? And there's also a 2-year minimum sentence for the Motley Crue assault thing. So you want to fuck around and find out. I mean, he's fucking around and he better hope for a really good plea deal. That's all he can hope for. And he better hope to get a lawyer. Drifter War says Sticker admitted that she is a bored housewife, unhappy with her appearance. She said she is stuck with what she has. It's the best she's got. Well, I mean, she could work out. I mean, I could say the same thing about myself, Drifter Wars. I could work out, make myself look a little bit better, right? I mean, yeah, these things are true. I mean, we all can work on our bodies and but
there's more to a person than what they look like on the
what outside. They look. Yeah, there's what's on the inside, and that's the thing.
Because that will leave. You'll lose your beauty eventually.
Starchy is rotten on the outside and inside. Drifter Wars. She's damaged goods, in my opinion.
Well, even if she was beautiful on the outside, the ugliness that's on the inside
would make her outside
just
Yep. Adam says Mindy
kind of like that movie with Jack Black in it, where he sees all women as beautiful and stuff when he gets hypnotized.
Yeah.
But then that one woman he sees as ugly.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal. But he sees that one woman as being ugly, and then when he's not hypnotized, he sees her really and she's pretty. Beautiful. Yeah. But it was her personality that was showing the ugliness. Yeah.
Chris says that's what I call a 2-sacker. You need a second sack over her head just in case the first one comes off.
Oh man.
I didn't say it, Chris. You said it, but that's really funny. Mindy dodged a bucket. Yeah. Fila says Mindy didn't dodge anything. She'd have to be interested in the first place. Fila says. Paige says DW, I don't have low esteem too if I'd ever made my own money. Well, there you go.
Well, that's the thing, you know.
What, MLH? Dougie doesn't hear you. Yeah, I know. He was fucking around with me.
That's the thing, MLH. When you don't work for your money,
yeah,
you have no pride in yourself.
Yeah, I love this comment.
You know,
Chris,
and I'm not talking about like boastful pride. I'm talking about that good kind of pride. I mean, when you do a hard day's worth of work, and at the end of the day, you're sore, you're worn out, beat up, but you feel good about yourself because you know you did something. And then when you get paid, it's a good feeling. You know, that's your money.
None of these people.
When somebody's handing you money,
none of these people feel good about themselves, Dougie. Chris on the drum says, MLH, we don't tell you what to do because your integrity is top notch and you actually know what is best for the direction of your channel. See, Chris, I talk about integrity quite. Shut up, Dougie. I talk about integrity quite often on the channel, Chris, for a reason. Excuse me. It's because
I can vouch for that.
I really do like to have as much integrity as I possibly can, because integrity is what you do when people aren't watching, Chris. And I always think about that. I always think about the channel, what I can do better, what I can do to make a better experience for all of you. All that stuff. Hold on a second. I got to take care of this. I've got it. I got a text. Hold on. All right. But yeah, integrity is the number one thing that I value the most on this channel, Chris. I mean, I know we have fun. I'm crude at times. I can be lewd. But I'm genuine 100%. Everybody's seen the content of my character, how much integrity I have. And I pride myself on that. Dougie will tell you that, like he just did. What's up, Tina? Nice to have you in chat, as always. Thank you for being a Monster Squad member. Let's see. Sticker said she was not going after Kitty, yet she did a 2-hour stream running her down, mainly telling her off for not taking her. Why would she take her brother's side? She has integrity. If you don't have integrity, that's when you take. I mean, you can say that.
Why would you take your brother's side when your brother has made you feel, like you got to put a restraining order for the safety of your children?
Yeah. Chris on the drum says, one thing I know I will never hear MLH say is this.
My butt hurts.
I don't know, Chris. I can't say never, but I'd never do it on stream. That's for sure, unless I'm saying it in context with this. Wendy says, nope. Only ticket I ever got was when someone stole the handicap tap out of FIL. When his appointment went over to PD and ticket was discarded. I can't say I've never gotten a ticket, Wendy. I have, but it was many years ago. I'll talk extensively about all that stuff at a certain time, because people are super interested in getting my background for whatever reason, man. I mean, I failed to mention I have like 25 felonies, and no, I don't have any felonies.
I know he does. It's horrible.
I am terrible, man. Just
they don't know. See, like,
one thing I never will get is a
biker and driving. That's what people don't realize. Outside of his house is a bunch of bikes, and the biker gang dudes are all hanging out over there.
Right.
He's nobody you want to mess with. He has this mild-mannered thing here on YouTube, but yeah, you don't want to mess with him, man. His brothers,
But Dougie, one ticket that I will never get is boofing and driving. I can say. Does his butt hurt because of his hot dog obsession? I don't know. Let's ask him. Does your butt hurt because of your hot dog obsession, Dingaling?
I'm bleeding through my butthole. My butt hurts.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear that, Dingaling.
I was boofing cocaine up my ass.
Oh, okay. He was boofing cocaine up his ass. Oh, and can you repeat one more time for those in the back, Dingaling?
I've eaten a lot of fucking hot dogs, raw hot dogs, cold hot dogs, these wrapped hot dogs under my bed. I've done it all. Okay, like, I know hot dogs. I mean, look at me, man.
Oh, well, what kind of hot dogs do you like, Dingaling?
Yeah, the fucking Costco hot dogs are pretty fucking good, man. You get a nice long one, man.
Oh, well, nice long ones. You can't argue with that, Afila. I mean, does that answer your questions, Afila? Let's see. SC said it was all First Amendment rights. Wait, a chokehold is First Amendment. That's right, Wendy. She's not about anything. She's about herself, money, power. I mean, she's wielded that power over Dingaling recently, Wendy, when she made him slob the knob of ZDT. So there's that whole fucking circle jerk going around. Let's see. Let me get caught up here on chat. What a sad existence. There are so many positive ways to spend your time if you're bored. Boofer said this morning he was offered a plea deal. He hasn't decided yet. Ooh, did he mention the terms of that plea deal, Jackie? I wonder what it was.
Yeah, plea deal my ass.
Yeah, I mean,
plea deal my ass. I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Anything comes out of his mouth, I have to see it before I believe it.
Exactly. Afila, I'm waiting. I sent her the link. Drifter War says Sticker uses heaps of makeup and PC filters. She had a panic attack last stream because her filter was glitching. Not a joke. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I've seen that happen where the filters kind of glitch out. Oof, not a good look. Sticker. Why don't you just go natural?
Yeah. Why do you feel the need that you need to do that for?
Sticker, why don't you?
And then you do that, and then you turn around, put other women down, but yet you feel the need that you need to do that to make yourself look good. So why other women?
I got a song.
Down?
I got a song.
I don't understand that, man. It's like a vicious circle.
I got a song, Dougie. Filter Queen, Filter Queen. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but you know what I'm saying. All right. Let's see.
I mean, it's okay if you want to use a filter, but don't put other people down because they don't look beautiful on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean,
first of all, Kitty,
if they used a filter, they'd look beautiful like you. So, hey, if we all use filters, we all look beautiful.
Well, first of all, Kitty looks great without a filter.
Well, I know she doesn't need to. But I'm saying if we all use filters, we'd all look beautiful. Wow. Okay, cool. Wow, big deal. So you use a filter and somebody doesn't. So you just make fun of them.
I use a filter.
They don't stick up for their ugly brother who's just a disgusting pig who has destroyed so many people. But that's who you hitch your wagon to, is that person.
I know,
but Dougie, that tells me a lot after I find out about your past. Yeah. Now I know why, like I said, ugliness attracts ugliness. And I'm not talking about what you look like. I'm talking about what you do.
Yeah, I know. But look, Dougie, I use a filter. It's called Turn My Camera Off filter. I
don't even have a camera, so I couldn't even if I wanted to.
What do you call a person who calls themselves a travel blocker but can't travel and can't block? A, Scott Hogstetter. B, delusional. C, a liar. D, all of the above. I go with D, Drifter.
And he's definitely not an overlander.
Oh, no, definitely not. Paige says he's such a cretin that he likes Costco more than Pink's. Well, I like, oh, never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Chris says if he doesn't tell the details of this so-called plea deal, then it's pretty safe to assume there isn't one on the table. There may be, Chris, but maybe the reason that he isn't telling you is because the DA wants him to serve fucking prison time. That may be it, or even a year. Maybe he says plead to the other ones and we'll give you a year plus 5 years probation and no social media. And that's why he's like having a real hard time. Or maybe he's getting no time but no social media for 5 years. Ooh, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't hear from that. Well, actually we would, because he'd leave California.
He'd break it. Yeah. He did. Prison. That's where he needs to go.
I agree. Prison.
Simple. Prison.
What's the name of Kitty's channel? I want to sub to her. It's Kitty McKitterton. Good. And there's the link Fuzzy put in. Always mean he's a filter queen. Always mean he's a filter queen. She's a filter queen. Yeah. Let's see. How pathetic to sit in front of your YouTube channel spending hours doing your makeup and it doesn't help. Well, there you go. Good Sanders in the house. Good afternoon to you, Good Sander. Thanks for coming on in. Wants to look 17. She's only 17. Who sings that song in chat? She's only 17, lacking self-esteem.
It's that band that got locked up for being with underage girls. I can't remember the name.
She's only 17. It's an actual song. It's not ABBA. Definitely not ABBA. She's only 17. Come on, Chris. You know
Yeah,
this.
you gotta give us more than that, man.
That's all I know, man. I don't know the
What
lyrics.
the hell? If that's all you know, then
Yeah, no, look,
why do you
Denise got
expect
it.
us to know more?
Denise got it. Winger. Are you talking about
okay.
Winger 17? Yes.
Oh, see, Denise is extra uber smart. So,
Mhm. Well, we have the smart channel.
you're only 49% smart.
What are you saying? Mexicans can't be smart too, Dougie? Is that what you're insinuating? Yeah, the first part was ABBA's Dancing Queen, Chris. Yes, I agree. But when I said 17, I was talking about Winger's song 17. Yeah, ABBA's version of Dancing Queen. Yes. ABBA at one point sold more records than anybody. They're high on the list of people.
Yeah.
I love my 80s rock too, Denise.
Worldwide, they were, much like the Beatles were.
Yeah, they were.
In fact, John Lennon made he liked their music. He thought they were talented.
The thing about ABBA was the songwriting, Dougie. They wrote a lot. A lot of their songs weren't like top 10 hits, even though there were a few like Dancing Queen.
Well, they did have a lot of top hits in other countries worldwide, in the United States, but still they did very good here.
Yeah, they did good here. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to sing anymore, Fuzzy. My voice all fucked up. So I am a crooner though, Fuzzy. You can catch me on Hot Tub every once in a while singing. So I'm gunning for crooner of the year next year or this year.
Well,
she's only
I had a crush on Agnetha on ABBA.
Oh man, you know what? I did hear an updated version of it, Chris, and he started out saying she's only 17, but later on, like in the middle of the song, it was a live version, Chris. She goes, she's only 34. So he's like he changed the lyrics a little bit, man. It was pretty funny, man. It's MVP has an ABBA tribute band called Flabba. Oh man, I can't say anything, Adam. I'm a fat ass myself.
Let me ask a question here. How many of you have watched that movie? What's
22.
No.
I was just answering your question, Dougie.
Song Sung Blue.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
How many here have seen it? And if you have, what did you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I saw Predator Badlands. Dougie, you got to check that one out, man. It's a good one. Really good. Predator Badlands.
That's not what we're talking about here.
I know. We're talking about Song Sung Blue with the super hot guy. What's his name? Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson.
Yeah, Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
I thought Kate Hudson, she did.
That's Goldie Hawn's daughter, right?
Yeah. I thought that was, it's based on a Neil Diamond tribute singer. Yeah. And I thought Goldie Hawn, or not Goldie Hawn, but her daughter, Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
I thought she did a very good, I thought that was her best acting I've seen of her. And she wore no makeup. I mean, she bared it, and
Paige says now I have a Neil Diamond earworm. I was never a huge Neil Diamond guy, but
he was okay. I mean,
I like his songwriting. His songwriting is excellent.
But the movie was just, I mean, I had seen the movie. I'd passed over it several times, MLH, and it's like, And then that one night, I was like, well, it's kind of, when you get kind of bored, you're kind of running out of movies that you, and I was like, well, okay, I'll watch this one. Because I had seen like a commercial. I heard somewhere somebody talking about it, about Kate Hudson's acting in it. So I'm like, well, I didn't know she was in it. So, okay, because I've always liked her acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blown away. It was a lot better than what I was expecting it to even be. So.
Yeah. Hey, Denise, Winger used to have an art gallery in Golden, Colorado, and he used to live in Golden. I don't know if he still does or if that art gallery is still there, but a little bit of trivia there. The real couple is from Milwaukee. Worthless trivia. I know I have a lot of worthless trivia, Denise.
The real couple is from Milwaukee. Yeah. Well, I think that's where they had. Isn't that in the movie? Didn't they portray that they were in Milwaukee? I believe so.
Drifter says, when Sticker's filter was glitching, it was like watching a reptilian shapeshifter. I swear her eyes had slits for pupils. That was a joke. It's V in real life, Drifter Wars. I don't know if you ever watched that TV series V, but V in real life, man. Paige says his concerts were louder than Van Halen. More useless.
Lizard tits.
Oh God, don't get her started. She'll accuse you of sexual harassment, Dougie. She'll say
I'm not talking about her.
Oh, okay. Jackie says there's a lot of pretty faces out, but when you have to know common sense and act stupid and nasty, you're ugly in my book. I agree, Jackie.
And I've known some people that are just beautiful, beautiful people.
Why am I not seeing?
But they're not extremely attractive on the outside, but they're gorgeous people because of who they are.
Why can I not see Benson?
And they have more people that enjoy them being around and flock to them than somebody like this.
Yeah, hold on. There's a I can't see Benson. If Benson, you're in there, welcome on in. I can't see you for some reason. I don't understand what's going on here. I'm gonna go in on my phone and see if maybe I can see you there. Hold on. Oh, there you are, Benson. I can't see you on StreamYard, but I can see you with my phone. So welcome on in. Nice to have you here as always. How do I change it from top chat? I always hate that shit, man. I don't want top chat. I want all messages. There we go. Neil Diamond was sexy as hell, Benson says. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I mean, you're more of a.
I can see where I mean, I know the women love
Caroline. Bum, bum, bum,
they had that real deep voice.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, Jewish Elvis. There you go.
Yeah.
I remember the Jazz Singer with Neil Diamond back in the late 70s, early 80s. It's a really good movie. Yeah, Jazz Singer was a good movie.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore, Chris. No. Like movies like that, just down home, real kind of like get to the point type movies. They don't really make movies like. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not one of these old curmudgeon-y guys that said, "Oh, movies nowadays are no good." I'm not like that, because there's a good. I just saw a movie the other day that was, I thought my mind was really good, called Marshmallow, which was kind of a riff on Friday the 13th movies, but with a twist. I really liked that movie. I thought it was brilliant, actually. But yeah, I know you're a girl, Benson. It's all good. I joke. I have seen some of his art. Kip and Winger played many times in the Monsters of Rock cruises. He would bring his art to his show. I never got a chance to go on any of those Monsters of Rock cruises, Denise, but man, would I have loved to. There were some cool acts that went through those. Skid Row did a Monsters of Rock. I think at one point way back in the day, Scorpions did one. But I remember they used to have the Monsters of Rock tours, and a lot of bands like Metallica, Scorpions, Iron Maiden, they all would have these big ass concerts that I would have loved to have went. I went to a lot of concerts, but never the Monsters of Rock. It would have been really, really cool to see. I remember. Okay, we did that. I love Neil Diamond, CBF. So, by the way, welcome, CBF. ABBA, Barry Manilow, Bee Gees. Night Fever. Yeah, Bee Gees were badass. New Order.
I like the Bee Gees. I like the older Bee Gees before the disco stuff.
Here's some more. I love the disco stuff too.
I wasn't real. I was real anti-disco. I can appreciate it now, but during the time it was nah.
Yeah. CBF, I love New Order, Nine Inch Nails. I really do. Nine Inch Nails. I think I'm not a big fan of Trent Reznor's voice CBF because I don't think he has.
I like the really long nails. You know, like the 12 inches or more. You know,
I like his songwriting. I think is brilliant, and his music is great. I'm not too into his voice. I think I don't know. I just never thought he had the best voice, but I guess when you have that much talent, you don't exactly have to have the best voice, right? Denise says, I went 10 years. Oh man, Denise, I envy. Sticker thought PEO. I don't know what that means. Drifter Wars. Yeah, I got a lot of the same songs in my collection as well. Paige. Prayers for Barry. He was recently diagnosed with that's not good. I saw Nine Inch Nails open for Bowie. Oh god, that would have been a hell of a concert, CBF. I wish. Going to David Byrne concert. Oh, excellent, Benson. Excellent. Barry, my mom was such a fan. She was a concert regular. He wished her happy birthday and sang to her several times. Oh, that's awesome, Paige.
He always seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah, there are certain people that you just, you have this image of them just being really nice, and when it turns out to be true, it's even better, right? And Barry,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say I never heard of anybody saying a bad word about Barry Manilow. Everybody respects Barry.
Well, and I'm sure you noticed this too, MLH. You'll have, back in the day, you had your set music that you liked. I mean, me, it was 70s music, hard rock, into the 80s and stuff, some 60s stuff too. And the harder stuff, none of the disco stuff. The radio station in Portland, KGON, they were like they'd start playing a disco album, and all of a sudden you hear the needle scratching through the album. They go, nope, we don't play no disco here. So that's kind of, I think that there was a big movement back in the 70s, the anti thing, but Barry Manilow was always one of those kind of guys that he could cross those lines.
Yeah.
Because Barry Manilow was just a well-liked, cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just,
there's certain people
nobody felt threatened by him or anything. I always liked Barry Manilow, and his style of music back in those days wasn't really my style of music, but I liked him, and he's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Barry Manilow.
Dougie, like for me, I'm a big time metalhead, Dougie, and I think I got that mostly from Black Sabbath, right? Late 70s, early 80s, and then obviously the 80s there was this big rush of obviously you had the 80s pop, which I love a lot, but I'm a huge metalhead.
I was like AC/DC, Rush, Van Halen, Ted Nugent, groups like that. Even going into like the Rolling Stones and groups like that.
Yeah, for me it was like
Led Zeppelin.
For me it
all
was
the way back into the Beatles.
Yeah, for me it was like Zeppelin, definitely. Sabbath for sure. Sabbath is, in my book, the creator of modern heavy metal.
I didn't get to listen too much Sabbath growing up, because my parents were like, that's devil worshiping music. You can't have it in the house. And like, what? Yeah, you play the albums backwards. I go, well, I don't play my albums backwards. What the hell?
I play them forwards, and they're fine that way.
Who writes albums backwards?
Yeah. No, I really liked Black Sabbath, Zeppelin. Metallica. Metallica was out in the early 80s, so they were right at that cusp there. Later on Pantera. I like some heavy shit, man, but I'm with Paige. I like disco too, man. There's a lot of disco.
I do now. I just didn't at the time in the 70s. It was like, and if you did like it, you were in the closet. You don't want to come out.
Hey, Denise, what was your favorite Kiss song? Because I've recently have discovered that Kiss, that I actually like Kiss. I was always resistant to Kiss, but holy fuck, do they have a great song discography. I mean, and I told the story, Dougie. I'll tell it again. There was a Kiss song that I had heard, and I couldn't for the life of me think of what the song was, right? And so I was at lunch with Bernie at the Aurora Mall, and we were sitting there having some, Sarku, and I was like, Bernie, I've got this song in my head. I don't know the name of it, but I know it's a Kiss song. And so she would go through um, all these you know Kiss songs, and it took 2 hours. We finally got home, right? We had ate our lunch, and it was frustrating. I was like, oh, kind of sounds like that. She played a song called Tears Are Falling, and I was like, it sounds like that, and I like that song. But I found out that through that 2 hours that I liked a lot of Kiss songs that I didn't know I liked. But the
Kiss
song, the
rocks.
last song in the discography that Bernie had found was a song called "Who Wants to Be Lonely," and that was the song that I was thinking about. It was that old Married with Children routine, Dougie, where I'm like humming to Bernie. No,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah,
it goes more like this. And I was like trying
yeah,
to, and
yeah,
she was like,
yeah.
"What the fuck is that?" Like looking at me all stupid. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. That's what it
Uh,
is." It's like,
I hate that when you got a song in your mind, but you can't
yeah,
figure it out.
yeah. So we'd finally figured it out after 2 years. All right, let me get back to chat here. Drifter War says Sticker thought people fell for Judy's trick about whose car Slappy has been driving around in. Then she realized that nobody fell for it. She looked disappointed. I'm sure they put her up to it. Yeah, I mean, look, I mentioned it, Drifter Wars. I was like, I ain't taking the bait, but Judy's so stupid that it wouldn't surprise me if she slipped. But yeah, the ruse was easily seen through. Chris says the Copacabana will always be one of Barry's career-defining songs. Copacabana, yeah.
Uh,
Paige says DW. Everyone knows Judy's being sent on humiliation rituals and nothing more. They always test their loyal trolls and other chats.
who can remember any of Barry Manilow's uh,
I I'm
uh,
not.
uh, commercial songs?
I don't remember a lot of them. Maybe what was that one? Mandy, maybe Mandy. I
No,
think.
commercials.
Oh,
He
I
started
don't.
out writing songs for
Yeah,
commercials.
I
That's how
don't.
he made his start.
Yeah. Papa Cat
He
says
wrote some
devil.
famous commercial songs like McDonald's or something like. I mean, he did some really big
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Papa Cat says devil bunnies, devil bunnies. I snort the nose. Lucifer. I don't know what that's in reference to. Is that a band, Papa Cat? If so, I probably heard them. I don't know. I'm big on heavy
Did
metal.
he write the Band-Aid song?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hoover,
Maybe he did.
McDonald's, Band-Aid. Yeah, yeah. See, he did some big time commercial songs
Yeah.
before he ever made it big.
Yeah, Benson says my mom burned my brother's Alice Cooper album. Oh man, yeah, rip Alice Cooper album, Benson.
Yeah, okay,
My
Dennis.
favorite Kiss song, Chris says, "Cold Gin." That's a great one, Chris.
Yeah.
There's a clip of Trent Reznor singing "Eyes Without a Face." Really, Adam? I gotta see that. Sandy says I only went to one concert in my youth, Three Dog Night. First time smoking pot right in front of the police. They just laughed.
Three
Those
Dog
are great
Night. They were a
stories,
cool
Sandy.
group. I love
Yeah.
Three Dog Night.
Three Dog Night's a great group
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day, Sandy.
yeah, they
They
were.
just laughed. There was nothing better to me than smoking weed at a concert. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, that was the only way to do it.
Yeah.
I only
Did,
went to one concert in my life that I didn't have any weed,
oh my
and that
God.
was at a Ted Nugent concert, and it was the second showing. And I didn't have to worry because the place was so smoky. I got high anyway.
Right. Denise H says Beth and Hotter Than Hell. I had Hotter Than Hell 8-track tape. Oh, I remember 8-tracks, Denise. that was
Oh,
a
yeah,
format, wasn't
yeah.
it? Paige says metal guys scared me. I could sense the predatory vibes from guys like Ted Nugent. I love heavy metal, Paige. I am a big heavy metal guy. One of my favorite bands, this might shock some, is a band called Sepultura. And Sepultura, as the locals call them, is a Brazilian band. Very, very heavy, but they had their songwriting was awesome, and they had a lot to say, especially about the environment and like the Amazon and like the natives. In fact, in some of their music, they use like local native tribe chants and stuff, like on Roots, Bloody Roots and stuff. They're an amazing band. Heaven's on Fire is a great song, Denise. I like Tears Are Falling. Tears Are Falling is a great song. I even like some of their heavier stuff, Denise, like Unholy. That's a good one. Oh, look who we have here. We've got the lovely Kitty McKitterton. Kitty,
Hello.
thank you for being here. I know you're busy. Dougie, if you wouldn't mind
No,
saying
no,
highs
no.
and buys.
Kitty, I love you. I'm gonna step down, and I'm sorry about what's all going on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just know that we care about you, and we always got your back. Okay.
Yeah. Real quickly
No.
before I
Anyways,
address Kitty.
talk to you guys later.
Later, Dougie. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Let me address these quick chats here. Chris says Max Cavalera and his brother are badass. They are. I met Max Cavalera, Chris. He is such a cool dude, and his wife is beautiful, or at least she was when I met her years and years ago. She probably still is very, very lovely. They're great people, really nice. Nobody knew who they were except for me, Chris. Let's see. Papa Cat says I've seen Sepultura. Yeah, they're just, to me, they're just a fantastic, very, very important band. All right, Kitty, thank you for being here. I know you wanted to do this last night because there was a lot of shit that was going on. I'm getting caught up myself. I've gotten caught up on most of what happened. They are talking mad shit about you, Kitty. I mean, they are mad at you. Yeah. I don't know. You got Starchy, who AKA Sticky Sticker Chick, I think her name is. I don't know. She's so irrelevant to me, but she was making fun of your boobs. Look at those giant things. Why are you looking at her boobs, Starchy? For one, she says that you're horrible for not taking your brother's side. Remind me, Chad, of some other things that she was saying, because I was not privy to seeing it. I'm just getting secondhand information, but they are really mad that you're not taking your brother's side on this whole thing, Kitty. So let's address that for one.
Yes. So I will first, I do I'm here. Let me make this clear. I'm here to see my brother face the consequences of his actions. That is why I joined this, and to combat his lies and to stand up for myself and my family. Okay. I don't want to get that involved in the YouTube drama so yes, I apologize for making that live. Mina, you're probably a okay person. But I was like, if you want to do, like, afterwards I was like, that's not me. Like, I could do things about my brother and everything. I don't want to like get involved with anyone else for that reason. If you want to say like mean things, tear me apart, like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I'm only focusing on my brother. I don't want to get involved with other gossipy, like things that aren't relative, and if they want to support my brother, that's on them. I personally don't, because of, again, all the harm he has caused my family, not me but like, yes, me personally, and just all the shit that has done to other people. That is my focus. You don't have to agree with me on that. That's fine too. If you feel like it makes you better to tear how I look down, or that's on you. I don't want to go that way. I want to stay the path and focus on getting some justice for, and yeah. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
That's
let me
kind
address a
of,
couple things here, Kitty.
yeah.
Number one, you are very gracious and cutting. I call her starchy. She got really upset and said that I was sexually harassing her by calling her starchy tits. There's a
Mhm.
reason I called her that. Not because I cared about how her tits looked or whatever. I always say things off the cuff, because these people have no shame themselves. So when you
Yeah.
throw shit back in their face, they tend to not like it, and it tends to show how petty and bullshitty they are. So
Hmm.
this whole thing started a long time ago with me and Starchy, where she got upset that I called her Starchy tits, right? And she said I was sexually harassing her, which nothing could be further from the truth. And she made this AI generated short of me saying something that I never said,
Yeah.
and I had the original. So when you say she may be a decent person, she is not a decent person in any shape,
Yes.
form, or fashion.
Yes.
She matter of fact, she's one of the worst, because if you can take someone um, with my reputation, and I have a very good reputation online. People have been following me for years, right? And
Yeah.
literally know the work that I've done, whether it's my activism, or it's me feeding the homeless, or whatever it is I'm doing. It's always with good intentions, right? I'm not saying I'm always right, or anything like that. But when you take somebody like that, of my, and I do say my caliber, because I know I'm a few notches above that side of the fence, right? Because
Hmm.
of their actions, not mine, right? And the things that they've said, not me. Because remember, Kitty, when we do DT, what do? We take your brother's words, his words, not my
Yeah.
words,
Yeah.
and present them to everybody in a fun parody fashion that is, we're trying to entertain, to bring light to some of what you said, his lies and bullshit that he does
Yes.
all the
Yes.
time. Anybody that's supporting these blatant lies and bullshit deserves any shit that they get in return. All right. There are a bunch of people on that side, right? Starchy's one of them, who is his some weird alliance with your brother. At one point,
Yes.
they were on opposing, like, your brother was a big MAGA guy on January 6th, right? And was perpetuating all that bullshit that was going on during all that time, right? And now all of a sudden he's a lefty over here in California, Kitty. I mean, contradict much? I mean, he's a walking contradiction. And for
Yes.
someone like Starchy to turn, from face to heel, and heel to face, and welcome in someone like your brother, says only one thing to me, or actually a couple things: either desperation or money, or both. And that's why I'm looking at this on the outside looking in, Kitty. Like, it's one big circle jerk of people trying to make money and gain status and power. And
Yeah.
the reason that I know that Kitty is, or not Kitty, Starchy is doing this, is because she basically made your brother bend the knee to ZDT, another one of the worst on YouTube, and forced him to basically grovel at the feet of the mighty ZDT. For what? For influence and power. That's Starchy's game. Your
Yeah.
brother's game is grifting, right? At every turn, he stochastically mentions that, oh man, I had to buy new shocks for $1,500, and oh man, I just got my phone stolen, and I have to buy $1,500 phones, and all this shit, right? He
Hmm.
doesn't out and out ask or beg for money, but he will throw it out there, and boy, oh boy, the grannies will beckon the call, right? So
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, is the money so great within this group that they're all trying to get a piece of that pie, and that's what's going on? I mean, that's always been at the forefront of everything, is the money, right? Money, 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 money drives your brother's decisions at every turn. It's
Hmm.
always about money. So I'm wondering your thoughts on that matter, Kitty.
I just, you know, the money, people want to support him, like, you can't control it. I'm concerned with the harm he has caused and is like, because that's not right. And the lies and the manipulation and like all that, that is what I'm like, I wanted to make things straight for myself and for my family.
Mm.
That's my concern, and people are going to say crazy, weird things. And I just, again, like, I'm not going to debate or counteract something that's completely not true. So
Mhm.
to even acknowledge it, you're just like, oh, okay, that's bizarre.
This
Um,
this is why I don't get into debates about flat Earth, Kitty. I mean, you can't. There's no. What is there to debate? Like there's not.
yeah,
That to me, there's not. I mean, the science is there. If you want to learn, go learn. I'm not
yeah.
here to teach you. I mean, you got to do that on your own. You got to want to have an open mind enough to understand that the Earth is not flat. It's one of the dumbest things I think I've ever heard any group of people try to portray to the. When I heard your brother was a flat earther, Kitty, that is all I needed to know about your brother.
That's all that's all you need. And
Right.
yeah, so I just want to like step away from that and just continue to just focus on and not get involved in the YouTube drama. I mean,
Yeah.
they can say what they want to say. Um,
Yeah.
I
It
know who
it
I am as a person. I know why I'm doing this. Like, you can think there's all these other different reasons, but I'm going to continue to do what I'm going to do,
mm,
and see justice for what my brother has done and
yeah.
to stand up for that. So,
It
yeah.
it's it's funny you mentioned that, Kitty, because I went on a rant earlier. There's this person that keeps trying to chide me into getting into this verbal online war with ZDT, right?
Yeah.
And I never take the bait, right? I don't worry about that because I don't need to, right? You're not going to sit here and dictate what I do on my channel. And
Hmm.
he says, "Well, silence is complicity. Silent, you're the biggest simp for ZDT, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, if that's the case, you're a hypocrite. Why don't you go? I know you have a YouTube channel. Go on your YouTube channel, produce content, and then go after them. So it works both ways, right? You're
Yeah.
complicit because you're not doing it, right? That's so stupid of me to say. You can have your own opinions. I've been on this channel several times and have said what I needed to say, and it's the bare minimum because I mean, I don't care two shits about ZDT, right? I think he's
Yeah.
an awful human being. I mean, one time he made a good point about Chicana, about how she was kind of a PDF supporter, and it's absolutely true. And I made a whole stream about, was ZDT right about this particular subject? And
Hmm.
with a bunch of things can be true at the same time, right, Kitty? This blows people's minds.
Yeah.
You can be right about one thing, but you can be an absolute utter piece of trash, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So when I point out that, that doesn't mean I'm supporting the person. I'm supporting the point, right? If he
Hmm.
would have said something about, I mean, he said several things about your brother that was true, and your brother has actually said some things about ZDT that were true. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, a broken clock can be right twice a day. I'm not sitting here trying to create drama, right? The drama is already there. I just point out the absurdity. And I
Hmm.
use these people's words against them, and it drives them fucking crazy, Kitty. They
Yeah.
cannot stand the fact that I'm making content off of their own stupidity, lies, demented feelings, whatever you want to call it, that they have. I mean, the other day, your brother out and out lied, saying that those weren't his hands that were making the tamales. We all
Yeah.
know his fat, chubby little hands and what they look like after hours and hours of looking at this fool doing what he does, Kitty. I mean,
Yeah.
it's absurd to like not own up to certain things. And your brother never seems to own up to anything. Everybody else is wrong. Only
Hmm.
he is right.
Yes.
That's his
So
world.
that's what I want to focus on. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, continue calling him out, continue saying, like, no, that's not right. Continue being like, you know, maybe think about changing your ways and stuff. All this other things are I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not going to get into it. I had a moment and then I reflected and I was like, that's not me really. I don't know these other people.
Mm-hmm.
I only know them on an online thing. And yeah, you know, if she feels like she needs to sit there and spend her time looking at old videos of me and I don't know, picking me apart, like that's on her. That's her.
Right.
Um, that's not me. Like I don't, just focus on my brother. So yeah, all that other stuff. I'm working on other things in my life and doing other things. So this is just a little mini world, mini universe
People
that, you
people
know,
think people think, Kitty, that when I get off of the air from doing DT, that I'm sitting there scheming and doing all these hours and hours and hours and hours of prep.
yeah,
And I do work beyond, what I do on the air, but I'm not sitting here obsessing over your brother or anything other than to say I do find his words and present them to everybody. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. You can
yeah.
take any one of his streams, find a transcript or transcribe it yourself on one of these
Mhm.
programs, and find words that are just absurd and go from there. It basically, the show basically writes itself, Kitty. It
Yeah,
it basically, all we have to do is take our talent, because I think everybody on the panel is very talented, and we just take our talents and we roll with it. Dougie does ads, I do ads, Flea does ads. You're very funny when you're on here. Like the first time, I'll never forget, first time you appeared on here with the hat, and you're just doing this shtick. It was perfect. It was a perfect compliment to everything that we had done on the show to that point. And it's,
yeah,
to me, this show is pointing the blueprint on how to handle your brother. Nobody else really got it. They were upset at your brother. They would show their anger, and he would just feed into that anger, and that's where he would get his content. He has no answer for humor. He cannot get it. There's no getting it through his thick skull that this is a parody. It's satire on his own commentary, and it's
hmm,
actually, in my eyes, the people on the show are absolutely brilliant for picking up on it, and our chat is brilliant for also picking up on it, and our subscribers. And it just has steamrolled into this wonderful show of pure entertainment. They tried it. Your brother tried it, Kitty. There was a skit that he tried with Chi Chicana. I don't know if you ever saw that stream.
no, I didn't.
Oh,
No.
it was. I mean, it was awesome. I'll show you a picture here. Hold on. Let me bring this one up. And this is a picture that I mocked up. But see, I made this picture in response to your brother wearing these ridiculous antlers and cape, and he was out there doing this ritual with Chi, and they thought it was just the funniest thing ever. And I'm like,
Mhm.
that's not funny. But you know what is funny? This. This is funny, right? And this is obviously after he not copyright, but did a privacy complaint on me, so I can't show his face on my
Yeah,
streams right now until he goes to jail, and then I'm gonna bring back all the old DTs for people to watch, and all the old stuff, which will be most excellent. But that's the difference, right? People say,
yeah.
well, you're no better, all you do is obsess over Scott, and all you do is A, B, and C. Yeah, well, it's kind of true. That's all we do for now. But that doesn't mean that we all don't have enough talent to take this thing beyond little old Scott, or should I say
But
big old
that's
Scott.
like, to give a platform to a lot of the people who have come forward and been
Mm,
like, this guy like screwed me over,
yeah,
and threatened me and harassed me and did like all this really dumb shit that, we're not okay with. Like, do no harm. And I just don't know why he doesn't see that because it's 100 people. I don't know anyone else who has 100 people against him. And it's been years, years that he's screwed over people.
yeah.
Like, yeah. And
I've
yeah,
talked
I was
about
like,
this.
I don't threaten I don't want to dox other people. I don't want to threaten other people. Like,
Right.
he's done that to me. I'm not gonna do it. That's not who I am. Like, you
Right.
know. So
You know what's funny
yeah.
about that, Kitty, is they had a meltdown because I actually showed a partial license plate of the vehicle that he's driving around right now. See,
Oh yeah.
here's another thing that your brother lied on right away, and everybody on our side picked up on it, and really nobody on his side picked on it because they follow the leader, right? They
Hmm.
don't care what he does, you know. It's the whole I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it type of thing with him, right? Well,
Yeah.
he made a lie, and I knew immediately it was a lie that he had gotten a car, right? A brand new 2025 Ford Mustang electric vehicle. I mean,
Hmm.
first of all, no vehicle comes out of there with the license plate, right? Out of the dealership with the license plate. That's not
Yeah.
how that works, you know? Um, Second of all, where did you get the money? You know, I mean, an electric vehicle costs quite a bit of money. That vehicle in particular was in the realm of 35, $40,000, depending on how you had it stocked. So where'd you get 40K, Scott? You know, I mean, it was a lie. You know, he was obviously borrowing that car from somebody, whatever. I don't even give a shit who the car belongs to. I mean,
But
if you
like,
want to take your change,
why are you making all these things up
I
to
know.
make yourself feel better?
Yeah,
Because we all know it's a lie. So it makes it even more depressing, or like,
yeah, yeah.
you
So,
don't have to do
yeah,
that. You can choose to do a different way of your life. Like, it's just so, it's frustrating too. And yeah, this is probably my outlet of hearing all this shit for years and being like, oh my God, like, what the hell?
yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just, again, want to reiterate because I gotta do some more stuff over here and stuff.
yeah. No
Um,
worries.
but that, you know, to focus on my brother, the other people, I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't know who they are. They don't seem like nice people, and it's not people that I want to be involved with. So,
That's very good thinking there, Kitty, and you're absolutely correct. These are not people that any of us really want to be involved with. I just happen to be involved with them because they inserted themselves into this whole thing, and they keep trying to chide me to like Sticker in particular, man. She was really simping hard, big time for me to do DT because we were doing DT on certain people like Reese, and I think I did
mhm,
a week with Laura. You know, and certain other people that really deserve the DT treatment, as I call it, Kitty.
yeah.
Your brother being at the forefront, obviously, for 9 months we've been doing this content, but it's valid because he continues to do the things that he does, and for me, it's personal because he took one of my best friends and he made her feel so tiny that she wanted to unalive herself,
And
and that
that's
I
not
think,
right. And that's not okay.
right,
And that's why we're here. Like, and so if they want to use me as, like, if they don't have any content, and because I was like, oh, what did I just, like, all of a sudden I'm like very popular. I was like, I've been on here for like now 6 months or 4 months or something.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but I don't want to go down to the level that is a low frequency to spend time and like pick someone that you don't even know apart. Um, for no reason, for telling the truth. So
yeah. Well,
I'm on a
look,
higher frequency. I'm buzzing on,
yeah, yeah,
I want
yeah,
to
yeah.
get, so yeah. Uh,
Let me wrap this up real quick with chat, and then I'm gonna give you the floor for a second, Kitty, and then I'll end it because I mean it was a pleasure having you here. It's always a real pleasure. By the way, your hair is banging today. The hair is
oh,
awesome today.
good for
Great.
you.
The black is awesome. It's just a great color on you. Let's see. Denise says, "Hope Flat Susan is okay." Oh, that was a whole thing, Flat Susan, because your brother at one point, he was like antagonizing that uh, guy that was dressed as Ghostface from Scream at an anti-ice rally, I believe it
Oh, and
was
you
in
ran
LA.
into someone?
Well, yeah, he was running. Help! He's got a knife. He's got a knife, which could have killed that guy, by the way, if the proper people saw it.
And what a disruption to a legit protest for people
Yes.
who got the courage, got out of their houses, came
Yep.
onto the street, like
Yep.
wanted to hear their voices, and you
Yep.
get this dummy screaming, running into people, putting another person in harm's way, like to draw the attention off of the protest and back to himself.
Yeah.
And that's what's okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So he ran into this lady, and so we call her Flat Susan. That's where Denise brings that up. Let's see, what else do we got here? CBF says, who is DOA? Keep DOA in prison, Dougie says. Paige says, Kitty, you're brave as fuck and handling this with grace and wonderful character. 100%. Drifter War said Slappy did a video before borrowing that car where he made out that he was getting a credit check and applying for a loan. We all know he has 0 credit rating with all those unpaid parking fines. Yep. Danny's Pink says, I support all protesters. Okay. Nanny says, Kitty, take everything that McDummy and all of Scott's brain dead groupies with a grain of salt and laugh. Well, that's what we do on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's all we do, Nanny's. I mean, we just laugh at the absurdity because he's an idiot. I hope Kitty knows we are always here for her. I think she knows. I mean, she's got a warm, welcoming. She wouldn't be on DT if she didn't know what DT was. Denise, for sure. So thanks for the support, Denise, as always. Let's see. Kitty has taken the high road. We admire her for that. Let's see if Sticker sees that as a victory and gloats about it, which would be taking the she's low class anyways, Drifter. I have no problem saying it. She can come after me all she wants. I don't give a fuck. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not a misogynist. This is a chick that took my words and twisted them with AI to say some misogynist things. So I'd love for her to put that short back up. I would give her a strike in a heartbeat. I almost did, and before I could, she took it down. So it's like, it's like screaming fire in a movie theater. Amy says yes. Nanny says, Kitty, take everything. Oh yeah, I already said that one. And that's about it. Okay, Kitty, you got the floor. Anything you want to say before we jump off here? I got a Bronco game to watch.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. The Bears are playing tomorrow, Sunday. I'm so excited.
I know. I'm excited today. I'm as excited as you are going to be tomorrow, is how I am today.
Cool. Yes. Yeah. The word of the year, too, was rage baiting. I don't know if we had talked about that and stuff. And I see it. I saw it. I took the bait. And I don't want to do that. Because it is hard to hear someone who doesn't know you really tearing you down and stuff. And man, really talking about my boobs. Like, why? Oh my gosh, they're fabulous.
She was talking about how your bra was, I don't know. She's an idiot.
Who cares? I wasn't wearing a bra. Like, get over it. Oh my gosh.
Fuck, man. I mean, these people will just latch onto any stupid thought in their pea brains, Kitty. It really is a circle jerk. Sorry for that, but go ahead.
No, and I was like, that's so ridiculous too. Like, who cares? I'm not doing this for any. Again, I've always said no monetary, no fame, no nothing. It's just to combat the lies, see my brother go to jail for what he has done, and maybe accept some accountability for what he has done, and to the people around him and the people that he has hurt and stuff. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Want to do better. Good, better, best. Better than the rest. So we'll go from there, and we'll see how it. Yeah.
Here's my final thought on everything. Leave Kitty alone. You want to go after somebody, go after me. I am the one that spearheaded the DT movement. Can I call it a movement now? Because it is pretty big now. Kitty is here, and we are very appreciative of Kitty. She is fantastic on the show. a stalwart, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think she's a fabulous addition to DT, has a lot to say because she has a lot of insight on the person that we collectively can't stand because of all of his lies and bullshit and ego and all the other things that you can say about your brother Kitty. And it has, and what's funny is uh, I mean, the trolls are out in full force, Kitty. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just like, whatever. But I will continue to do what I do as long as he continues to do what he does, and or go to prison, which I think he's going to prison. So
let's do that.
hopefully, and we'll make a lot of videos after that and have a lot of fun. Trust me on that. I think it's going to be awesome. Okay, that's all I got for you. Kitty is a total rock star, Chris. Absolutely, 100%. Kitty, thank you so much for being here. I know we've been doing the. I'll check my emails more, Kitty. I promise. I've been slacking.
Oh yeah, it was just I'm usually not.
Yeah.
Not that important, but just whatever.
Yeah. So honestly, Kitty's awesome. You can look forward to more of the same as long as the brother just keeps doing what he's doing, which I know he will because he can't help himself. He's his own worst enemy. But anyways, you all take care. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to watch and enjoy the Broncos kicking the shit out of the Bills here. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye, guys.